I have things to talk about, and I think it's easier because I can't, I left at 10 after 6, so rather than settle in.
All right, ready? Ready. All right. This is the May 5th, 2026 meeting of North York Parks and Recreation. Introduce ourselves for the recording. Jean Metherall, Chair.
Mary Jo McCarthy, member.
Bernie Scutel, member.
Scott Sainsbury, member.
John Scutel, member.
Bonnie Cody, member.
Okay, and that's all we have tonight. Any adjustments to the agenda? Okay. And review and discuss or approve the April meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Second. Any comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, those are approved. I don't see any visitors in here or online, so we'll move on to camps.
Well, our camps filled up very quickly this year. I don't know if you noticed the effort that the town office put into designing the new registration format. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see
So
that.
cool. It's great. Parents could just go on, register, pay, everything.
Oh, they could pay online. That's a big thing.
It's
Yeah,
a huge thing.
that's good. I want to go look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
then she sends reports to them.
right. So yeah, it was perfect this year. So all of the camps are full except pre-K nature. Their max is 12 kids. I've got 10, so they're pretty darn close to being full. Swim camp we have 2 openings left in swim camp. Everything else is full. So
That's great.
Anything else in camps?
the next step is for camp directors to send out welcome letters to parents, along with a list of things that their kids need to wear, like regular shoes, not, sneakers, not flip flops, that sort of thing.
Keep your toes covered.
Yeah, exactly. But Lisa just gave me a breakdown of all the kids' names, parents' names, addresses, grandparents' names, et cetera, So I send that out to camp directors so they have all that information. We'll do that in the next couple of weeks. It is May, isn't it? Unbelievable.
I know.
So our first camp is the history camp, which is the last 2 days in June and the first 2 days in July. So it's pretty exciting.
And actually, before we left home, when we was looking at the thing, and realized we've been organizing. She's been organizing camps since 2015.
Gee.
Yeah, I think
And before that, I think you were
Mary Jo
doing it, and Chip.
And Jamar, yeah. Yeah.
Big success.
Yeah.
They're very big success. So,
Yeah.
and the feedback is always
Always
amazing.
And they filled up so quickly.
Yeah.
That's
Opened it up to
excellent.
North Shore residents for a week, and then the following week we opened it up to other island towns.
I think it's so fun that we offer. I think it's
so,
great.
it's so
Mhm.
amazing that we can offer 7 summer camps.
You tell anybody about it from someplace else and they just can't believe it.
Mhm.
Especially $10.
I know. Well, after all, North Shore residents pay for these camps, so they need to get a deal, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
And we haven't had any pushback from our select board in terms of the cost at all. Is that right?
Right.
All very supportive.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Some, I think 1 or 2 of them may send their kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're so successful and such a positive,
Yeah.
activity for
Right.
in the summer.
Okay, moving on to PLOTs. John and I met with Chad, it's a weekend or 2 ago, to talk to him about 3 or 4 big projects that we have for him. He's weighed in. I just got it over yesterday, so I just sent it out yesterday. Sorry it was so late. But the three projects you can see listed there is, one is to work on the hilly sections in Pilots, the steep sections that are in rough shape right now. And he's quoted a rate of $1,200 for that. The second project is to add 30 feet of stone to the railroad bed heading south from where he ended last year, from where the trail comes in from the boardwalk and heading south down for about another 30 feet. And he quoted $800 for that. And then to install a stone pad at the Camp Ingalls vernal pool for us to be able to put the bench there where the platform had been. And so his entire quote for all three projects is $2,200.
Did he include the section, the far section at Pilots? Down by the,
Oh, and then the wildflower. Right as you come up by the railroad bed.
no, the far one where we walked to, we didn't go down there.
Oh yeah,
Where we were gonna
that's for
shortcut.
those. That's for that.
The two steep.
The two
sections,
steep
okay.
sections.
Uh-huh.
And I thought for wildflower there, but I'll have to double check with him. He knows that we need to get this done, and he needs to invoice it by the beginning of June because the last select board meeting before the end of the fiscal year is something like the 15th, 14th, or 15th, and I have to have him in by like the 10th or the 11th to make that. And so all invoices and stuff will need to come in by then. So he's aware of that. So hopefully I'll remind him again when I give him the go ahead if we all agree to this. This is substantially less than what we had been estimating for these three projects. And so it means we have a lot of extra money that we need to discuss later. But I wanted to get approval for us to go ahead with these three projects and then pre-approve the costs so that I can just send the bill right through without having to stop.
I'll make a motion that we approve this these projects, and the cost through Chad.
Hey, did you get the dollars on
Yeah,
that?
1,200, 800, 4,000.
200.
What?
1,200,
No, 1,200.
800, and 200.
Oh, 200. So we're, okay, what's the total?
The total is 2,200.
I just did that. Second, who did the second? Should I second it?
We need a second.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, any further comments?
Just that I did talk to Chad about doing it fairly soon. He said he was going to do his mowing hasn't really gotten off mowing yet, so he's going to be fitting it in before it's mowing, which should be pretty soon.
When I tell them that we've approved the
Yeah,
funds, I'll
we
just
probably
say
do that.
we gotta have everything done by the beginning. I'll give them a date when we need to have the invoice by. Okay, any other comments before we vote? Okay, all in favor of approving Chad's quote for $2,200 for the three projects? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Birding platform.
So, got your note that we may think about trying to do something reasonably quickly. That's how we can use some of the money. So I talked to Bob Pettit today, and Bob continues to be really enthusiastic about this process or project.
Oh, good.
He has some materials and things that could be used for it down there. That he, I think he'll donate some of it, but I also told him that we have some money and we can, buy things from him. Exactly what the design should be is up in the air right now, and I need to go down there with, I don't know, John, if we take a boat ride or how we get there. But with Bob and maybe Lucas, and I had been unsuccessful in getting in touch with Lucas, but Bob has his number. He's going to put me in touch.
Lucas Campbell.
And see if we can move this thing along. So I was thinking, Gene, that we may not get it all built and installed in a month, but we could hopefully get the design done and buy the material.
works.
right?
Yep, it doesn't have to be installed. I mean, we could afford some funding next
Next
for actually doing the installation, but if the bulk of it will be the purchase, I'm assuming. And
Do we
so,
know, do we know, do you have an idea where?
You know, I talked to, Joe, forgotten his last name, the environmental consultant that we're using on the LWAP project here in the Bay. And he was kind of excited about the thing, and he was thinking at the bottom of the steps that we have, there might be a good spot, but I really think I need to get down there and put some thought into it, because one of the questions is, does the thing float, right? Or do we butt it up against the land? And, you know, and what happens when the water goes up and down, and in the fall, it ends up, in the fall, it ends up on the ground, and we can't get it out of there to, you know, there's some questions about it.
if we pull it out, would they be willing to store it at the marina?
Yeah, Bob said that they would, but we
Yeah.
gotta be able to get it in and out of there.
Right.
One idea Bob had was he has those great big cement blocks, you probably have all seen them, and he said, maybe we take one of those down and plop it in, and we anchor the thing to that, and then we have this, he's got an old catwalk that somebody left there, that the previous owner left there, that he'll donate or sell to us, but I don't know how long it is. So there's some things, you know, there's some possibilities.
Yeah.
So he's got some,
Catwalk meaning what?
like,
Yeah, walkway.
Oh, it's probably the
Good game,
walk.
yeah, it's
Okay.
with rails,
Oh,
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, so there's, you know, but he's got some, angle iron, and he's got some floats, and he's got some, you know, he's got some things.
That he's willing to donate or sell us?
He didn't say, and I said, we'll have some money.
Yeah.
And I think that helped a lot.
That's excellent.
But we'll see.
I'd be glad to go down with him.
Great.
Come up with something, yeah, something that was set out, so it was floated
Yeah,
with a catwalk would be wonderful.
But
Right.
it also means that you have to bring it in.
Well, they didn't float it
so
over
we
to
can
the
take it
marina.
out.
Or you can just float it around.
Over with a boat.
Okay, float it around.
Yep.
And pull it up.
Yep.
Pull it up at the
Probably
marina.
has track.
Yeah, he does have it. So that would be wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, one question I have about a floating is, you know, what if 10 people wanna go out and look into the marsh and, I don't, you know, we gotta play with that.
Once, I think.
Yeah, people do on floating docks all the time. You know, so.
They
Yeah.
fall in the water, they do it, you know.
Oh,
I think if people are, you know, are thoughtful, if they walk out there and they're like, you know, 50 people out there and
Yeah.
start to
You're not
look
gonna
at
get
this,
50 people
they're,
out.
they're not gonna wanna go out there, they're gonna
Right.
wait. So,
But, you know, the
We
only
could put a
issue
little
that
sign
I
or
would
something
see with
telling
floating
people
one
you
is if
enter.
you're setting up a camera,
yeah.
it's not gonna be stable.
anyway.
But we can
Exciting.
think about all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
that
don't
sounds
need
like
to
fun.
take time right
Yeah,
now.
that needs to, I think the floating doesn't.
He does not. Because you can put dog out.
That's right.
Yeah. So timeline is June
Well,
10th. That would be
yeah,
invoices
yeah.
or
Yeah,
receipts or whatever.
I'll try to get you some numbers or invoices.
Excellent.
Even
Excellent.
if it's just a pile of stuff there and we put a number on it.
So do we want to? So we only have one more. We have June at the beginning of June to vote on that. So we could still approve it then once we know what the numbers would be. But it would have to. They could start. Would everyone be okay if we give a upper number? That if you wanted to start buying early, that we wouldn't exceed that upper number unless it comes back here and we approve it in June.
How much money do we
Yeah,
have
what
left
do you
over?
got?
1 sec. Well, last I calculated, it's probably around $6,000.
So, you know, I would say up to, you know, you should pre-approve up to $4,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's making that motion?
Nobody's raising it.
Is everyone comfortable with that?
You okay?
Up to 6,000.
Up to
Yeah.
four. Okay,
reallocating $4,000 to explore potentially purchase materials for a floating nature observation deck at Pilates.
this would be so much fun. This is great.
I would second that.
Second, any other comments?
Mary Jo seconded.
But I second to it, it doesn't matter, because
Oh.
I haven't finished.
Oh, I didn't hear you, sorry.
Are you calling it a floating birding duck or just a
Yeah,
bird?
Just a birding platform.
Yeah.
Nature observation.
Okay, I like that, thank you.
We don't want specific.
Sound like a tiki bar to me, but I'm just saying.
That's removable. Okay. All right, so if no other comments, all in favor for pre-approval up to $4,000 for the platform?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, anything else on that? Okay. I still have signs to do. I haven't been able to get out there yet, but I'll keep them on the list. And then we have on there reassessment of interpretive signs, but why don't we postpone that until like August or so? I'll bring it back in August. Because this is the birding thing's more. Okay. And then we went for, I don't know if everyone knew, somebody flipped over the fence and was hanging over the side. Not again, just then. The one on the west side of it. Thank you guys for checking it out. They Carl got help from Bob. They brought their tractors, lifted it up and brought it back and replaced it where it should be on that.
Someone did that deliberately?
Somebody did it last year. My sister and I found it, but they only flipped it once, so we were able to get it back.
This was hanging over the.
And this was like flipped a couple of times.
Did
it
they
sounds
drive
like.
to push it off? Did they use a
I
car
don't-
to push it off?
No.
No, I don't think so. It wasn't damaged at all.
Yeah.
It just rolled it by hand.
Well, I don't know if you saw the front porch today, but Rich Rose mailbox got hit, and there's all these tire marks out in front of his house. So it was around. I saw those tire marks around the same time that that. So I don't know if it was a bunch of kids. Did he?
You must see.
There was a celebration for his son. Soon after he died. Richard King. And junior dad. But when they had that celebration, all of his stock car came. And they patches.
So they've
These are
been there.
fresh. These are fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was some at the cemetery from last year. I don't know if those have been renewed or something about the cemetery.
But this is a funny place to put him last year, trying to say something. Because it's right on a curve.
Maybe only hit his mailbox
Yeah.
a couple times.
Yeah, that mailbox does.
It does stick out. But still.
I'm not saying that. That's what it's at.
Well, I didn't see steel parts.
Uh-huh. Well, that's, yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
there's
That's typical.
the northern.
that's a
one.
direct step. If there ever was one built.
I never see it. I mean, I never hear it or see it.
Quite far off the road.
I am, but you're thinking if they were making those marks. But it's not in front of my house either.
Yeah. Except for the union
Yeah.
on my end.
You just put a sleeping policeman in. That's what they call speed bumps. Sleeping policeman.
Okay, anything else with Pilates? Okay, Ingalls. You guys found a tree down, big tree. I saw a different one. It's gone. It's now been cut. I had Chad go out and do that, and so I've got an invoice from him for doing that. Is $125. It's kind of a safety issue. The second tree was broken at the base, hanging over the rail, leaning over. Yeah, so I had him take that down. So I'm looking for approval for $125 for that tree removal.
Make that motion.
Second.
Any comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any? Any opposed? I took a picture of it and showed it from the top of the thing, but you had no trouble seeing it. It was- and all these branches with it too. Okay, we also have a cleaning quote for Ingles that I sent around from 5 Star. The opening would be for $400, and then up to 5 cleanings at $180 a piece. Is everyone okay with that?
So a total of $1,300.
Yep, that would extend. Most of that would be in the next fiscal year. The first 400 most
Right.
likely. She'll need to get her invoice in right away too from the
Yeah.
opening on that.
Yeah.
So
What is the last day?
I need it around the 10th or the 11th of June. So we want to pre-approve this for payment as they come in. And you can just approve them for $1,300 for cleaning for this summer of Ingles. You have a motion?
So moved.
A second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that's approved. Plumber.
He's been called and reminded today. We need it done by the 12th.
Okay. And I think we already pre-approved this. Yeah, we did. Okay.
And he did get back and he said he's got it on the schedule. When he called me before.
Okay. And then I mentioned this earlier, the gravel bench by the vernal pool he'll take care of. And I know you've been really busy, the lock changes and stuff like that.
It's on my list now.
I'm just bringing it up so that I don't forget it.
Actually, Bernie brought it up today.
I was over it today and noticed that the water had not been turned on
Mhm.
yet. And I know that.
So I did send Pete a message.
Anything else with Ingles? The flowers are really looking good.
Oh, they're beautiful. Yeah. So many of them are growing on the paths.
Gene, can we go back to the barrier being tipped over?
Yeah.
Just a sec.
Yeah.
Should we maybe drive some rebar, put some staples on the bottoms of several?
So the reason we did this was because that's all ledge there, and there's not much dirt.
Yeah, and I think, they would tend to, I think it would damage it if we did that. It took some effort to run that thing. It's 50 feet long.
Yeah, I don't think.
And it's all hooked together.
That's what Carl asked me. Are you sure the wind didn't do it? And I'm like, he was there, and I'm like, look around, look around. Where would the wind come from? Yeah. It's pretty expensive for once in a while event. Yeah.
Or you could just put a sign up that said you can
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
put a fake camera.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about, see if we can drop some rebar. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much. Yeah, maybe four.
Yeah, those birdhouses that are just up from that are always wobbling.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. No, good point. Okay, the footpath. There were 2 trees that had to come down. They did do it, and they left a pile of wood chips at the entrance, which I haven't gotten to. I was going to go over and spread them around, but I haven't gotten to that yet.
It's quite a pile.
That's
It
quite a pile.
is.
That's a bit of work.
How would you do that?
Huh?
How would you do that?
With a shovel and my little. barrel thing that does, I have a little dump truck
Maybe we
running.
can get-
Get Bob to.
Well, he did it before, but it was like 3 times the size of that thing.
Maybe Tim wants it at his home.
He doesn't have a bucket on his tractor. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, yeah.
But we had pre-approved for 2,000 and it came in at 2,400. I think the problem was we had that extra tree taken down. We weren't. So I need approval for this invoice from Heritage for $2,400.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. The second? Any comments? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, that's approved.
And that's for the removal.
That's of 2 trees at the footpath
So, thank you.
that were hazards. I haven't gotten a quote from Chad for mowing, but last year I think it was 55 per event. So I'm going to ask for pre-approval for up to $200 for the rest of the season. Oh no, 200. We probably need 500, let's say, until the end of June for mowing.
I will make that motion.
That should be more than he won't get that many in that
No.
time frame.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, pre-approval up to $500 for pay for any mowing at the footpath between now and the end of this fiscal year. Okay, any comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that's approved. And I still have signs to go there too. We're running low on brochures over there, which is not true of the others. I went around and checked them today. We have enough for this year for angles and for feedlots, but and I filled all the boxes, but there's only about this many left for the footpath. So I'd like to order another round of brochures for the footpath.
That's good to know.
Mhm.
People are using it.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
I wouldn't be surprised if that gets used more than any place else.
It's short,
Easy to
accessible,
remember.
yeah.
I think it was like $400 or $500 to get a couple hundred of them. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it's not that much, but yeah, I would say approve up to, to $500 and maybe take a look at our inventory on the others too.
Oh, I did. I did that today. We've got enough for the year for both the other sites. There's probably 2 packs of about this big for them, so we're fine.
They probably won't do that much to get. We use the same place, they already have the.
Just reorder them.
Yeah.
That's a motion to approve up to $400 for brochures for the footpath.
But I thought that it was June 1 up to 500.
You think you need that?
I don't think I do. I'm just not recalling how much it was, but I don't think it was that much.
Up to 400.
A second? Any comments? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, that carries. Okay, trail stewards. Terry should be back.
She just got back.
She just got back. Okay. She was planning on scheduling some days for Pilots, Angles, and the footpath, but I don't have dates from her yet. She does have people signing up to help with the birdhouses for the bird watches. I think Lane's going to be one of them again. And then the Dooleys have agreed to do the geocaching again for this year. So she's already contacted all of them. So I would expect we'll hear from her pretty soon about the cleanup days. And then a bird walk, I think I have a little later she wanted to do in June. Probably. Okay, anything else with the trail stewards? All right, since Evan isn't here today, I was gonna postpone the conditional use permit discussion until he's back. I'm getting a little concerned on timing though, if we wanna do this in the fall, because sometimes it takes 2 or 3 months to get through development review board. And so we'd be doing that this summer if all goes well, and if we have to get permitting for wetlands or anything, it might be another couple months, so we might be risking this fall, but just as a heads up, I'm a little concerned that we're gonna make this fall with that. Okay, and boardwalk replacement, you guys are gonna walk the trail.
That's tied into the permits.
Yeah. Have we heard about the Island Outdoors application yet from
I have not.
Dan Foster?
Did,
He had to apply.
did he think that this meeting
No,
was,
he knew that.
he knew that?
He knew he would have to apply.
Were we gonna discuss the idea of another,
Yes.
we're doing at this meeting or another one? I don't know.
Mary Jo and I are concerned about the fact that he said that he would be there alone.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it last time.
Yeah.
And then you guys were gonna bring that up to him.
Push back with him,
Yeah.
His-
Why don't we give him a deadline to get the application in?
Okay,
and
he just
just-
had his hip replaced.
Oh, we
Oh,
did?
got it. Give him a
So,
breathing room, I guess.
yeah,
How about by the beginning of June? Is that
okay.
because it's filling out a paper?
Yeah.
Right? And getting the insurance. So I would think you'd be able to do that in a month, right?
I would hope so. Do you want me to contact him?
Yeah, if you could.
Can you tell them about the second adult at the same time? Or is that gonna be part of the,
He tells me that Meg can just run over when he needs help. And I'm like,
No.
no.
no, she's gonna stay,
Yeah.
nearby in North Hero every day of that camp.
Well, she's taking care of the 2 boys, so
But
she have to round them up
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Right.
You need somebody that's over 18.
Right there,
She needs
yeah,
someone, yeah.
yeah, right, good point.
Pickleball, Portalet.
They said they're gonna start maybe the 3rd week in May.
Yeah, she called me.
She did, okay, I didn't call her.
Yeah, she called, and I told her you would
Okay,
be
good.
calling her.
I
She
just-
called because she saw that pickleball was starting at other places, and so she,
I will call her. I was thinking the 3rd week in June, because no one's gonna. I hate to pay to have it there if no one's gonna use it. So
Right,
the
third
courts aren't
week of
even open
June?
yet. Yes.
Okay. Now, they usually charge us right away, so can we pre-approve up to $200 in
Mhm.
case we get the bill beforehand?
So,
Or I think it was 150 last year, somewhere in that vicinity or so. Okay,
so,
okay, second,
I second.
any comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that motion carries. Anything else with pickleball?
No, we're having on June 20th. They're not requiring any effort from us, but they are having an opening day party, not party, an opening day celebration for Night Point.
great.
And it's in the morning, and they're gonna try to get people to come. It'd be great if you guys all came. It's gonna be fun.
What was the
Yeah.
date on that?
June 20th.
Okay.
It's at 10 o'clock, and you'll all get invitations
Okay.
because I put you all on the list,
Great.
the VIP list, FYI.
Oh, wow, we have to.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be fun. It's an amazing collaboration
Yeah.
that happened, and
Absolutely right.
I didn't hear the portal at discussion.
She's gonna come. I told her that you would be. She wanted to know who was doing it this year. I gave her your name and Simpson. And she was just calling because she didn't want to miss
Yeah.
the opportunity.
Well, that's good of her.
We always call them the portal.
All right, school.
I was in touch with Ashley, and she said, when I asked her how much of a donation, because we didn't have that number, and she said 250 would be great. I don't know if that sounds a little more than I thought we talked about, but that's what she said. And I don't think they're going to be here this spring. I called several times, or emailed, and got in touch with the specialist teachers. It's called Integrated Arts now, I guess, and never heard back from them. And finally, when I talked to Ashley about this, the 250, she said that they've had a couple of teachers out. One was out for a long time, and the other one will not be back for the rest of the year. And I said May would be best for us, thinking of the Queen.
Okay, you're talking now about
Uh,
the special program where they bring kids down.
Yeah,
It's not the skating rink.
No, that was just the 200. Yeah, that was 250. That was just that price.
So you're not sure they're gonna be
Yeah.
able to come
Yeah.
here, let alone know.
I told them that May would be good for us because after June 1 will be cleaned up for the camp. So I have no idea. I would be surprised if they came this
I
year.
would too.
I don't think they don't want to. I think it's not because they do not want to. I think it's just because of,
I think it's a schedule. I imagine it's a scheduling thing.
well, I think it's because there's, it's just out of kilter with, with no teachers sick, they closed the school once,
Yeah, I saw that.
and because of illness, and I taught for a long time, and we could have half the class out, and as long as the teachers were there, we never closed school. So my guess is the teachers were really sick and they couldn't find subs. So that's all I know about that.
So what does everyone think about the $250 donation?
This is for the skating rink
Mm-hmm.
for next year.
Yeah.
I think it's good. Great idea.
It'd be good if we could do it this.
She had told me before she wanted to buy skates in the summer when they were cheaper.
Okay.
So I think she'd be delighted to get them that money.
Makes sense.
What's everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jean, did you put the other things that I spoke to you about on here? I don't see it, about the,
Yep, it's coming. We're not there yet.
I just
Under
can't even-
events.
Can't even see it, but that's fine.
Yep.
I trust you.
Um, so we want to vote on the $250.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay. Second,
A second.
any comments? All in favor? Say aye.
Do you want me to call her and tell her?
Any opposed?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Motion carries. What we could do is probably just ask for Lisa to write a check, cut a check,
Okay. All right, and just send it to her.
and send it to her, or give it to her, or whatever.
Okay.
However you want to do it. Do you want to ask Lisa for that? Do you want me to?
No, I don't care. I just wanted to know if you wanted me to let Ashley know because I had spoken to her.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
If you want to take care of it, I think I just have to tell Lisa that it's approved and that you'll be stopping by for a check.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Okay, now events, Green Up Day.
I think went very well this year. We had a little issue with Route 2. People were green upping along Route 2 and the state was coming by and the state workers and picking up bags. So unless you kept track of the number of bags you had greened up. So anyway, I'm heading over there to discuss it for next year.
Oh, if they can just do a count when they're
Yeah,
picking up.
just a count.
If they could send a count to me.
It's great that they're picking up. the
It's
bags.
Yeah,
wonderful.
That's a good problem.
I think it's wonderful.
Because people, we started a couple weeks in advance and just picking nice days and
Mhm.
walking, so. Patty Helsingius did.
She had a little pile in front of her
She
driveway.
did from South End Road down to the bridge a couple of times. She even called me today.
You
and
guys
she
don't
said,
see the pile. Or the pile. That's down back. There's like 20 bags.
So, and then Carl and Joe Latimer and his boys were picking up bags on Sunday.
It's like the party truck or something.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing.
I've been walking sometimes. Gee, dang, and it's like, you think they're talking, they're just going like 2 miles an hour.
The other little conflict was that Kramer and Ken were, had contacted Bernie about a
Yeah,
month before
Not even a month, like a week or two.
about saying that we're doing this whole
Yeah.
party and dance and pizza truck out there, and we understand that you do some green up.
Some is an understatement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you replied saying, well, yeah, I'm the green up coordinator for the state,
No, for the town.
for the town, but through the
through
state.
the state.
Connected.
But, and then they did have dance.
They did?
I
Yeah,
went
posted
to it with
something.
Jenny.
Where did they advertise it?
They didn't.
They didn't.
Oh,
In fact,
They got a
it-
lot of people.
Yeah,
it
it
must
was-
be their own flyers or stuff
could
on their
be
web
on
page.
there.
Well, it was on their website, but
Okay.
because I saw the truck out, the pizza truck out here on Saturday, or Friday, I guess, Friday night.
Friday night, yeah.
And so I went to their website, and I had to actually search for it on their website that they were having.
Did they put out Front Porch Forum?
I don't know if anyone did.
So they have a, Grace is on their team and she does that. I don't know how I know about, well, I think it's because I was talking to them about Green Up. I mean, not Green Up Day, but.
Yeah.
But hopefully next,
It was all last minute, and he said he was gonna send a wave of the film for people to dance out to the green up. It was dark, I'm like, Saturday, okay, because the dance was Friday night.
He had Green Up, he had bags.
He did, well, if he had
Ooh, I
took my bags,
Mhm.
probably.
Probably,
well,
yes.
that's fine.
Which
Yes.
is fine. And, yeah, so I didn't, yeah. I
He
didn't-
had a lot of
So,
people here.
we had to-
Right here.
Talk to him about Front Porch Forum and make sure they're aware of it. Because it's a better place to advertise.
It is, and as I said to him.
I didn't see
"Gee,
anything in the
wish-
paper
I
either.
wish that you had let me know a little earlier, like the week prior to, because I was all organized in terms of our organizers, and I could have squeezed this, like, he implied that it was gonna be a cadre of young people out there. And I was thinking,
Not
I
necessarily.
basically told him, how about doing the village?
Yeah.
Or up around, the hardest part for me is up around the north end, that big curve.
Yeah.
Because there's steep banks.
When I
The
was,
young people, they can do that.
I hardly knew anyone here, so their group of fans is,
Away.
maybe from Grand Isle or something. Because I knew, 2 people, I knew 2 kids, that's who I knew. One other person whose name I don't know, and everybody else was just someone I don't think I'd ever even seen in my life, except the Kramer and Kid people, I recognized them. And they just had the green up bags on the table and said, take them. They had the tables covered with brown paper, and crayons, and so the kids were coloring. There were
That was
only
good.
3 kids, and one of them was my granddaughter. And and then they had pizza. They must have made quite a bit of money because their pizzas are small,
Right.
and every few people had to buy 2. So, and I didn't eat one, but they look really delicious.
I think they're doing a really good job bringing the community together.
I
So
think so,
any
too.
way we can work, I don't have any skin in this game, but I think it's great. I think we should all support each other. So having a conversation with them.
I think it'd be a good
works.
idea. Yeah.
Well, you were gonna stop by and talk to Levi
I was trying to.
and for next year.
Yeah, I think, that's a good idea. He's
He's great.
He's
it was
good.
Great. It was a great idea. It's just,
Yeah.
he just seemed so disorganized.
Yeah.
And it was all last minute.
Well,
and
supposedly this Gracie is their,
Crazy.
Gracie is,
I think Grace. I think
okay.
she might.
She's supposed to be their advertising or
Okay, yeah.
public
Mhm.
person, whatever they call them in
Yeah, and I
businesses.
said to him, I said, I'd be happy to meet with you and we can discuss like areas that I would suggest your volunteers, but I didn't see a whole wave of young people And if they were mostly from Grand Isle, they're probably.
I don't know, I honestly don't know where they were from, they just, I've never seen them.
Yeah,
But I saw the, I saw
Yeah.
the, I saw the advertisement before this, and I don't know how.
Yeah, I didn't see it anywhere.
I see
I
it
mean,
somewhere
a
because
poster,
I
I saw
had
a
a
poster.
conversation with her about it, and I must have seen it to know that.
And
Is
I
it
don't
in
know-
one of the stores or something? We don't usually go to this.
Because I didn't see it.
I think I saw, I may have seen it at Emmons, now that I'm thinking. I saw it, I saw it posted somewhere, because I thought, oh, Genevieve, because I take her home at 5. I said, we'll just take you home later and we'll stop and have pizza. And the music was good. They had
Was it a local band?
I don't, there was a guitarist who played sort of flamenco.
Bluegrass. See, I know all about this. How did I learn about it? Because I like
Because-
bluegrass music, and I thought it.
And he was, I think they were generally from the area,
Yeah.
Somebody was from
Yeah,
Alberta, and I don't know where, because the guitarist played first and then the band, and they had this big area out in front that the kids were, the 3 kids were the only ones dancing. But, there were, I kind of looked around, I'm not good at numbers, but at one point there were a lot of people outside just shooting the breeze, and there must have been 50 people in here, and I left at 7.
I didn't see any of those people on the road the next day.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure anyone took I think
I
they
don't
just
think
came to get out,
I'm sure they came for pizza and the band.
Well, we've got another shot with them.
We do, coming up.
Garlic mustard.
Am I on there?
You're on.
So, Levi had gotten in touch with Jean, who forwarded the email to me about sending people to help with the garlic mustard pull, and he would take some for the brewing. Now, any of you who have heard me talk about how many bags we get, someone is always there from Kramer and King. A lot of times it's his mother, whose name I think is Beth. Barb. Oh, I always get that wrong. Barb was there with the kids once. Christy's been there. Last year, a couple just came, because they liked the brew. So I said, sure, that's fine, but we always just would give it to them. And I suggested that we do some social event because of the stuff that they've been doing, like party night and the other things. And he said, oh, good, I'd love to do that. So he was going to this is insane, present tense until I tell you about the email I got over the weekend, that he would do some, cornhole and some ball and something else on the field. And I said, I can do scavenger hunts up, because I'm envisioning no kids coming at this point, but I think you have to plan from no one to like 20 or 30.
Is he bringing all of the stuff?
He is.
Okay.
But so I talked to him on Friday because I was here, and he said somebody asked about the garlic pull already, and I said, who was it? And he mentioned a name that I didn't know, and he said, so we're about ready to move on to that. That was Friday. Saturday, I got an email from him saying something like everything is on, and then the next email, like an hour later, was we just got what's that Houston to ground to control or something. He said we have a problem with Houston or something. They had gotten the kids baseball scheduled 2 days before, and the kids have a baseball game, so he can set up, but he can't stay there. I don't think that'll be a problem. So panic began. Of course, it's going to be a problem. You're going to set it up and not have any. There's some things that kids can kind of do on their own, but field games is not one of them if you want them to go well. So I wrote back. I wasn't hurting him because I was just kind of short, and I said, I don't think that will work. Do you have somebody else in mind? And then he got back to me a couple of days later, and I said, and then I wrote again, and I said, because if you don't have somebody down there, we're either going to have to reschedule or just cancel that part of the activities because we can't do it with just you setting up. And he said, no problem. I'm confident I can get someone to do it. I have a couple of people in mind. So,
Are you talking about someone to supervise the games?
yeah.
Okay, and supervise the kids and set up and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
pick
yeah.
up and all that sort
Oh,
of
that
stuff.
sort of thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling there won't be very many kids, primarily because there's baseball that day.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking is that families wanted to go, but you know, they didn't, you know, they have a place for their kids to be, you know, it's like, you know, nursery school at church or something. So anyway, so I am just going ahead and just planning everything. And I put and I had just that morning put something on Front Porch Forum, you know, describing what it would be like and
He's a guy with a lot of big ideas.
but he does usually follow through.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Oh
He
yeah, I
does.
think
He
yeah.
was on great ice. He really.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
He
have
just
like
gets
80
pulled.
people out here.
I think he
Yeah.
gets pulled for other things.
Yeah, well, you know, I stopped by a couple of times because he said they had posters and, you know, and he spelled croquet wrong. So he said, see if this is right. And I said, well, editing, this is how you spell croquet. So we had to do the poster over again. And then, so I stopped by to see how he was doing, you know, if it was okay. And he said, yep, everything's fine. And then Heather was going to get the brochure. So on my way to buy them all, I stopped by and got them. So everything's fine. And I do believe that he will follow through. And
So do we need Terry to send an email out to the?
I told her
students?
before I talked to him, and he said, I'm confident. I wrote to Terry because I told her about it. And I said, can you just hold off for a minute until I see what's going on? And so tomorrow I'm going to just copy what I wrote for Front Porch Forum and give it to her.
Okay.
So, and she's going to send it out to the trail stewards and put something in the Islander, I think she said.
Okay.
So,
And then do you need help with stuff from us, the rest of us? Or
you know, I don't know. Some people will be there. I mean,
Right.
you usually are there.
Right.
Although you wanted to take some people up to Pilots.
But do we want food?
Oh, right. We talked a little bit about light refreshments because if people want to, they can bring their picnic lunch, and that you know, and it's right on the thing what to wear, what to bring, and so we thought we'd just have. Oh, and he has like water bottles, like 30 water bottles left over from some event that I'll have to remind him about that. And I thought we would have what we usually have with a volunteer thing. I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect. I went over with Pat. That's another thing I want to talk about. We're planning a little cooking thing there, and
Before we do, do we need to do anything? Do we need to
Well,
bring food or snacks?
food would be good. Yeah, I
Okay.
think snacks would be good. I can bring something.
Okay.
And you can bring brownies. I've got some brownie mixes I can do.
Okay. Does anyone want to bring like cookies or?
I could bring things.
I'm not sure I'm around.
I'll bring some cookies or some a bar or a cookie bar
Yeah,
or
okay.
something like that.
All right. So then my last thing to say on that was I went to check to see how many bags we have because you had reminded me that we might have to we might have to buy some more because we also use those for garbage cans, those big bags, right? And there seems to be a lot of them, but I don't know if I should wait and see how many we use, or do you want me to get them out? Costco, or do you want
Those
to?
are the heavy duty ones. I don't think we need those for the girl mustard, right?
Oh yeah, they get so stuffed. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And the stalks of them can break.
Oh, break their.
Oh yeah, they're really.
So I have to do an order for. I have to get it, and we don't have. We need antiseptic wipes for the first aid kit up there, and I was going to get some hand sanitizer too. Do you want me to just order black bags at the same time?
Sure.
The big ones that are big. Okay.
yeah, you want to get the 4 million or 6 million.
I don't know. You had gotten them at
We were getting the
Costco.
contractor ones at,
Costco. They were Kirkland anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they have different weights and different sizes.
Yeah.
You want to get the heavy duty.
So the other thing I thought is, you know, if people have small bags, I don't know, plastic ones that you don't use, or the ones that you go to bring to the store if you don't care about them, because it's easier to take littler ones into the woods than it is, you know, to hold it in your hand because we usually leave the bags on the trail. So this will be an adventure for me. So I really have no idea how it's going to go. I just.
So we were
Right,
thinking if there are a lot of people that do show up, there's a lot of it in Pilots too, in the maple section near the railroad bed, on the wildflower trail where we put the deer fencing in. There's a ton of it down there too. So if there's extra people there, then bring a small group of them up to P-lots to help out up there if they're interested.
Good.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay, anything else on that?
Oh, no, the rest of the bags that Levi will take, Catherine sells.
Oh, good.
And so that's a really nice thing to just have to take them to the, just to another place
Compost.
in North Huron rather than taking them. I took them to Williston one year, another year, and took them up to Hudax, but Catherine says she loves them. Yeah, but you have to have a really strong compost for that hot one, and she does. So that's it. That's all I can. That's all I can say.
So, just to review, Levi will not be there or will be there?
It appears that he will be there to set up, but then he has to go to the baseball game. So the teacher in me is saying, "Oh, how nice that both of you have to go to a baseball game." But then I'm saying, "But you have this commitment. Can't you just miss this one game?" But
He's a really good coach.
oh, he could be. You're right. I didn't think
Yes.
of that. I didn't think of that, Bonnie. He didn't say that.
So.
And he should have known the schedule.
He's confident he can get someone. So I'm taking a chance on this because I think it's.
Well, let's see how he does on this, and
Yeah.
then we could always have a discussion with them to see how we can better work with them or something.
Yeah.
Because I think they're really interested in doing stuff, and
Oh, they are.
and they
yeah.
are very good to have as neighbors too.
They
Yeah.
are good. It's yeah. And I don't know what time they open on Saturday. I have no idea. So I don't know. Barb might come. I don't know. I'll find out. But this is all I know right now.
All right, and just as a reminder, the Green Mountain Bird Alliance is there on the 23rd, which reminds me I gotta tell Chad not to work on the 23rd.
Thank you.
That would be awful.
Who is coming on the 23rd?
Green Mountain Bird Alliance, Green Mountain Audubon.
Used to be all.
Oh,
They're doing a bird walk up at P-lots on the
they
23rd.
don't call it Audubon anymore.
Too confusing.
Audubon is a slave owner. That's why.
And there's so many slave owners.
Yeah.
Everybody back then was a slave owner who had money. I don't, it would be hard to know who to boycott, but
Okay. And as I mentioned before, Terry's talking about a bird walk in June. The Irish dinner.
okay. So Pat, Scott's wife, I'm going to try to be brief. Just give me a sign if I'm, going too far straight. Irish soda bread class I took for the Burlington Irish Heritage Festival. And just recently she said, "I really missed that class." And I said, "Well, I've been wanting to do like a cooking class there, not a class, but just a cooking thing. And now that we can rent the place for free, I thought maybe we should do it this year. Maybe this would be fun." And so we met a couple times, and have the menu, and so we even have the date. Jackie's going to be here, their daughter, who is a chef. And so it will be in August. I talked to Jean, and she said that if we sponsored the event, we wouldn't have to worry about getting the $100 insurance.
That's true.
Because we just want people, the participants, which are only going to be 6 to 8. This is a trial run this year. We can expand if this works well. And so Jean suggested that we, I know we have to have a vote on this.
Yeah,
right?
we have the rest of us. Everybody has to
Right.
agree.
But she suggested that, and I thought that was a great idea. We're trying to keep the fee under $20 for food, and I was pretty sure we can do that, $20 per person. And you had asked if I needed any money, and I had said no. And then Pat had suggested that we give the participants, just a folder of some sort with the recipes in it and places for them to take notes. And we could do a file folder, but it would be nice if we could get something a little more substantial. And I don't think that would be much money. But just do something with, they can slide it in and we can put a title on it. So that's it. August 8th, from either 9 or 10 to 1.
Okay. That is the beginning of nature camp. So she will probably be willing to set up.
Is that,
Nature camp starts on the 10th.
right? I had seen that, and I was gonna talk to Colleen to see when she was setting up. And if she could postpone that, I would have her set up for her and it's complicated.
Okay, you work it out.
And we'll work it out. Yeah, 'cause Jackie will be in the country from England.
What is everyone thoughts?
Love it. I think it's a great
I think
idea.
it's a great idea.
Okay.
I think you should make aprons really cheap
Mhm.
and charge a little bit more money. People love this stuff. People will come. I would come. I'm away that weekend, but I think that sounds really fun. And again, it brings the community together.
That's
I love it.
exactly, I just like to show up and go, it's
Mhm.
such a great place.
Maybe Kramer and Ken will do a special step.
Yeah.
Mhm. You can't drink
We
there.
can't
We can't drink there. We have to go through this,
Can we
it's
do
kind
beer
of
by
early in
meeting?
the day.
Can we give
Can
them
you
away
do
on that?
Yeah, right.
Or you all go meet at Kramer and Ken afterwards.
Yeah, there,
We could do that, yeah,
I think it's a great idea. Mary
okay.
Jo. I love
All right. So what do you mean, okay, I'll talk to you later about aprons. Pat sews, I sew, but it'd be nice if it were, I don't know,
You
that
can
would
see cheap. I'll
involve,
show you.
that would
I'll
in-
look something up for you.
that would be
Like
more money.
$5 an apron.
Yeah, but that would be, but it'd be nice if they went home with a little folder
That's cute. I love the
and
folder.
an apron. That was,
Great.
I didn't think of that. but
And then if
maybe
it's
we will.
successful, would you do it again?
Mhm.
Bigger?
Yeah,
Bigger.
yeah,
so you can go ahead and design a little folder and get a price on it.
okay,
We don't
Yeah.
need to approve it tonight.
No, because we
Okay.
can approve it June
All right,
1st,
okay.
or at our June meeting. We can-
yeah.
And it's called Irish soda bread making class?
No,
Oh,
that was,
sorry.
no, that was the thing I taught. just
Oh,
I couldn't
Okay,
get
what are you
Irish
calling it?
person.
Irish
And we're calling it crack and cuisine.
bracken.
Crack is the Irish for fun and dancing. She looked it up online when I was at your house and she got it from AI.
Bracken.
Crack, C-R-A-I-K. C-R-A-I-C. Crack and cuisine. C-R-A-I-K. Irish word.
Yeah.
So we're kind of excited about it. We went over there the other day and looked to see, we're gonna bring in a lot. Oh, anyone has like a heat, heating unit for the counter, because we may need it.
Cooktop,
Is that what they're called? Yeah.
or it's just a warming unit
No, something to cook on.
to cook.
Yeah, because we only have the one stove. It'll be okay for the bread. We have a menu, which I can tell you later. I don't want to take too much of your time, but that's it.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then,
And then we would sponsor it, so that if everyone's fine with that, so that as soon as we sponsor it, the town's insurance covers this. Everyone's fine with that, okay?
okay,
It'll be a rec committee event.
Yes.
right. Yeah, we haven't even,
That's great. Always a good.
I know, I thought that would be fun. So did you have me, because this, you must have added this after Bonnie sent it out, because I didn't see this.
No, it's right here.
That's it.
It's not on my phone. Doesn't matter. If it's on my phone, I didn't see it.
And the
Oh.
next up
It's
is
so
the,
small. I'm sorry. It's so small. The print is so small.
No, that's okay. Don't apologize. It's me.
Irish dinner, it was called.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it. Sorry.
and then I also had the adult art class.
Yes, I did. I've been thinking about this. I think I've talked to a couple of people about it. Of just having a class in the summer, because there's a lot of weeks when we don't have anything. We have camps, but they're not at Ingles, the pickleball and swimming and kayak camp. And I thought it would be nice to have something for adults, just adults. And I talked to Heidi Chamberlain to see if she'd be interested. And I'm taking, not that I can give her the job, of course, but she's a retired art teacher. And one of the things that she's taught in the past is printing, lino or block printing. And that's always really popular. So, and I don't know if it's too late for this year, but I think it would be a fun thing to do. We have until September, the end of September, before the weather gets kind of chilly inside, because the weather in the longhouse is stale, so it feels colder than it really probably is. So anyway, I just wanted to see how people felt about that.
So you're talking September?
I haven't, I asked Heidi if she would look at her schedule, so this is just a feeler.
Or it could be during like swim camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In there, depending on the schedule.
You still have yoga going on there this summer?
No,
No,
not at all.
Not at all?
no,
Is it all at the Red Barn? Why was
but
that?
because of our schedule.
And
Oh.
they got insulated last summer. They insulated the
Oh.
barn. So it's probably quiet in there now.
Yeah,
Or
right,
quieter.
yeah.
You may be having Tai Chi there. Certain days. With Rob Russo.
Mhm.
But yours would be during the week or on a weekend, are you thinking?
I'm just thinking it would be like a weekday, either 5 days or 3 days or two, I don't know.
Okay,
That would really depend on Heidi's schedule or whoever we would hire.
okay.
But I know she does a lot of teaching. She does it at Worthing, and she's done printing, and people have. I know some people have taken the class and they're always happy with it.
So how about you get with her and figure out something, a proposal like, and bring it back in June, and then we can find out what Rob's schedule will be, and then we can get out on the calendars.
You
and
have,
see.
do you know the list of weeks that are open?
I had the brochure in front of me, but that would be great to have it.
You don't get this, this isn't.
Well, maybe
So,
not that one, but if you
well-
can make a copy.
Either that, or you can look on the,
I know you are. No, I don't want that
either that, or you look on the town website. I've been putting everything on the town calendar.
one. Okay, all right, that sounds great.
So,
Yeah.
we've been doing this at the refuge, art class, the last couple of years. And we bought, everybody little easels and materials and so on, and Claire Payne, she's an artist and a photographer, really very talented. And she finds a really reputable artist, and they pick a subject and a painting that everybody's gonna replicate, and the artist takes them through how to draw it and stuff like that, and everybody draws their own. So here's this year's art at the refuge.
Like a paint and
Nice.
sip sort of thing?
With a guy named, an artist named John Young, who I guess is quite
Well,
famous.
that's a great idea.
I love that bird theme.
I can't imagine anyone being able to teach me how to do that.
So, so maybe there's something, if you wanna do an art class, maybe we could talk to Claire or whomever.
Get some ideas
Get some
from her.
ideas.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's great, all right.
There's like a plein air stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've done a
That's
plein
nice.
air. This one's done inside, but they've done a plein air.
Mm-hmm. And, so there's enough to draw around there for everyone to do a drawing class. I'd love to take a drawing class myself.
And then just as a reminder, Vins is on the 17th of July. Open meeting law. I didn't realize this before, but I'm supposed to be tracking everyone's training according to the town's rules. So I know that I've taken it. Bonnie, you have to take
have to
it.
take it.
You'll let me know when it's done.
I have to take it too.
John has to take it. Okay.
I think I'm good.
When do you know what year? I'll just write it
We
down.
did it last year.
Okay,
I
so
did it last year.
2025, 2025, and Scott, you were 2024?
I think so.
Okay,
That's gonna be taking it, so I'll probably set up there and just go through.
okay.
Are you taking it again, or you're good?
I just
Just
took
write
it,
it
I
as
just
due.
did the,
I'm just gonna write who's up
Oh.
in the minutes, or should I not do anything?
so, no, that's fine. I'm due when I did
I'll say that.
last week. I took the state,
You do,
Secretary of State, I
one.
really like that one.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna do that.
It's much more direct.
We have to take it, how many?
Every 3 years,
Or when you re-upped.
re-upped, yeah. Okay. We've gone through all the invoices and receipts that I have. Do we have anything else that we want to consider? Given the,
If we have money left over, I can get material, more material for the kitchen.
go ahead. So.
I mean,
how much you want?
I'll get to finishing it at some point.
No, that's fine.
You need the material first.
So how much do you need?
4,500.
Okay, so up to $500 for the kitchen. We have a motion, a second. Any comments? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries.
Who's second? Sorry.
I did.
Sorry, Scott.
Bernie, can they start buying their supplies for at least art and history?
Yeah.
And again, I'd need them by the 10th.
Okay.
10.
June 10th. Yes.
Yep. Why don't we just say for art and history up to $300 because that's what we have budgeted.
They know that they've got $300 to work with. I'll let them know that they can start purchasing those. I have the camp directors scheduled to be at our June meeting.
June, okay.
Okay. Just to give an overview of their program and to turn in their receipts.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so pre-approval up to $600 for history and art camp supplies.
Mhm.
Second,
Second.
any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any that motion? The bench, did we want to get that this year?
We can. We're thinking one like we have in, Pollinator Garden.
Yeah, how many does that seat? How many people can sit?
But you can get them different widths. I think those were 5 foot. It's too comfortable.
Okay. What if we had like a mom with like 4 kids or something like that? Do we want to have enough space?
6 feet.
Yeah.
Or two 4-footers.
Or 2 4-footers.
How much space do we have there? Do we have space for 4 footers?
There is space for it. He's going to put rock down. I'm not sure how much space he's going to create there, but it wouldn't be enough if it was just where the platform was. It would probably be 6 feet, right, where the platform was.
Yeah, but they could be set back.
That's true.
I'll get 2 4-foot benches.
Are you making the motion? Getting out of my head.
I can. I can't remember how much they were. They were $400-500 a piece.
Plus shipping, right?
I'm not sure what we have left in the budget.
Yeah, but there was 6,600, and there's some breathing room in some other places too. I'll do the math tomorrow. But
Okay, well, all right. And just let me know. I'd say we want to pre-approve up to 1,000.
I would say 1,500 with taxes
Okay.
and with shipping costs.
And I'll pull out the brochures we have for that stuff.
Okay. All right. So they had to deliver when I ordered the picnic benches. They had to deliver them to the town garage, but where could they?
We can have them delivered those here.
Okay. Okay. All right. 2 benches up to $1,500 for your people. Motion.
So move.
Second,
Second.
any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's approved. That's all I could think of. Is there anything else that we need? Because we had some money set aside for like trail stewards equipment, and I think we had been talking about post hole thing, calendar, yeah, I don't know.
I have one.
Oh, you do, so.
You were mentioning a hot plate setup. in
Oh, a hot
addition
plate?
to,
Mhm.
You can get an induction hot plate. Under that.
Well, let's check to see if
Yeah.
Check and see what those got. Check.
Does it-
Either an induction one or just an electric.
I would think electric would be,
Well, the induction one is electric.
but you need certain,
Most of the, unless they're aluminum pans, they have induction bottom. We'll check, see what we got.
that would be great, yeah.
Okay, so how much do you think?
They're,
Like $200 or something?
they're not even that much.
And that's a one burner.
Well, you can get a two burner
Mhm.
for that much. We bought one 2 years ago for the boat. That's what we use on the boat. $60.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
that would be great.
So if it's not induction, is it the same price range?
Yeah, I think so, or less.
induction means it's not hot. It doesn't.
But yeah. that's-
It heats up
yes.
fast.
Yeah, it heats up faster,
Mhm.
so you can't have like, it's more burning.
Right.
Okay, so up to $100?
200.
200.
200, okay. Okay, motion,
So,
second,
I second.
any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that carries. Anything else that we need to, I think we've got gloves and all the supplies for the trail stewards. I don't think we need any more tools or supplies for them.
The tools are great.
And
What we have.
I picked up gloves last year and stuff. I don't think anyone's even used them yet.
Well, hopefully they'll use this season.
Anything else we could think of?
not last minute stuff. Future projects.
Yeah, totally understand. I was just kind of taken by surprise with Chad's quote. It's great, it's great, but we couldn't plan around that though.
And, that little loop that goes around the tree down to the, one of the reasons it's less money is because we're kind of going straight down here instead of around.
Okay.
Much,
Shallow.
it's much less steep.
Will he mow before this 16?
For which place?
Ingalls?
Oh, that is, they've actually hired somebody to mow because he doesn't have any help. That's actually, Tracy. Tracy does Ingalls.
Okay, just because if he's putting things in, set up. Yeah, we have a croquet set there, so if people want that,
So,
we can set it up.
I'll find out, I will contact.
Okay.
Tracy.
well, Tracy's not mowing.
No, but he would know.
Yeah,
He would know
yeah,
anything, 'cause
he's
he-
got a third party doing it right now. I saw them at Pilots today.
He'll be able to do that.
So they may have just done it because
No,
he was at Pilot. Well, he was at Pilots when I was there this afternoon. So
He was at Ingalls when Pat and I were there the end of last week.
Mowing?
Mowing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someone was mowing, yeah. I didn't notice if he mowed the whole thing, but why would he just do a portion? I saw him down below,
Okay. Anything else? Sounds like we're at the end. Okay. And just to let you know, I've got access now to the website, the town's website, and the calendar. So I started putting stuff on the calendar. Everything of ours, Tracy was Tracy Giroux was a little worried because they use the calendar for scheduling this building. And so she was a little worried about adding ours in. It's on a separate calendar, but it all gets melded into a single calendar. So we have our own Parks and Rec calendar, but it all displays on the main pages. One, you can filter on it. Everything for ours, I'm putting P&R before, so that it's visible, except for Tai Chi, because she's already put those, and that's a booking here. When it's here. We'll do that when it's up at Ingalls. We'll put that on there.
And I talked, I wasn't there last Saturday, but I was, we may continue doing it here too, because, Rob and I talked a little bit, because, you know, to be at Angles, it has to coordinate around. He usually does it outside.
Okay. Okay.
If it's raining, then we'll do it here anyway, so we're gonna keep this.
I have to find out if they're charging us or not, because originally I was told by Lisa they weren't going to charge, but then she came back to me and said that they were going to charge it. And I haven't seen anything on our bill yet, so I don't know. I'll have to check with her on that. But so we can put anything on there as long as we don't step on toes on it. So instead of keeping my calendar that I was printing out for you, I'm just doing that. And if you filter at the top and pick Parks and Rec, it will just show our stuff on there. So that
Okay.
and what's nice about it is when you open it up, it will tell you the location, and you can just punch the thing and it will give you a map and stuff of where it is and stuff. As they built some of that in, yeah, so it's kind of nice. All right, next meeting is June 2nd. Is there anything else before we adjourn?
No, we do a lot of stuff. I just want to pat ourselves on the back for a minute.
And it's a lot of good stuff.
It's
I
great
think.
stuff.
I appreciate it.
All right, I need a
Yes,
vote.
People mention.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Okay, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Right.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, ending the meeting.